we are really happy to announce that we are doing a special video so that we can connect with all of our friends and subscribers. And this is really a big moment for us. Firstly, we'd like to thank you for joining us here and also for subscribing. I think we have a really big notice for you all in terms of that we've now been accepted into the Tier 1 YouTube Partner Program. So essentially what that means is that we've now unlocked super thanks, memberships, shopping. So if you could also just please support us in that journey, I think that would be really appreciated. And I think this channel really started off very small. We're still growing, and we really appreciate all the support you've shown us. We've really grown from humble beginnings, and we're still continuing to grow. I think we're sitting now on 1,465 subscribers, and I think that's really still growing on a daily and weekly basis. So we really appreciate that. In today's particular the live stream, we essentially want to deep dive into some of the destinations we've been to, but also at the same time just give you a little bit of a background on us. I think we haven't really focused much on giving ourselves out because we are mostly a faceless channel, and we essentially focus more on cinematic and um, travel within South Africa, and then along most of the time we go out of the country to a lot of destinations globally, as you've seen from our playlist. We are just growing, and we just want to be the channel that we feel will be informative and give you guys something. So essentially, we are Mubin and Zakia, a couple from South Africa. Specifically, we've been traveling for the past 13 years. So we've really picked up some nice travel experiences along the way, and that's why when we started the YouTube channel, we were just documenting all our travels, whether it started off as shorts. I think for the most part, most videos were shorts. I think that really grew our subscriber base nicely, and I feel like the those shorts gave a lot of people some time to enjoy what we create, and that actually inspired us to create these longer form videos. Then I think in one of the Bali videos you would have seen our bit of a preview of our baby joining, and we gave an announcement of baby Lisa coming through. That was in the Bali swing video. I don't know if many of you caught up with that, but yeah, that's essentially what we're doing. Um, yeah, so please shout out if you have any questions for us. We my wife won't be just joining this one, so I don't because she knows the camera shy, so it's mostly me. But yeah, please feel free to give any shout out to give any questions that you may have. I think we were focusing mostly on Bali, Bangkok, Zanzibar, and Mauritius. So yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to share it with us on the chat. Or if you're also watching this as a replay, you're welcome to also submit your questions in the comments, and again, myself will reply to it. And also let us know what's your favorite dream destinations as we go through this first ever live stream. I think one of the first destinations that we'll actually talk to um, is Bali. Um, as you know, we are doing this for the first time, so let's actually deep dive into some of the videos that we have. Bali, so you would have noticed we've uploaded a lot of videos where we've done the best beaches, the best swings. It's been a really fantastic destination, and I think it's one of the biggest, almost one of the most famous destinations. We particularly enjoyed it. We have a lot of links to content there. Um, I think we went there when we were just expecting the first child, so it was really we were scared at first, but I think we were so happy that we actually went through and we did the video, made the trip. It was a wonderful vacation. Um, in terms of how it started, we flew from South Africa to Dubai, and from Dubai we went to Denpasar in Bali. Started off really nicely. We had a wonderful guide, Putu, which we'll share the link to. We use these services a lot for a lot of our travels for the transit and a lot of the tours. So it was a really amazing experience. Um, yeah, we stayed in Ubud. As you know, Ubud is one of the most culturally visited places in Bali, and for good reason. I mean, a lot of people, Bali started off as a backpacker destination with people going mostly to Kuta and the beach destinations. But um, as you know, people started seeing what's there in Ubud. There's a lot of things to actually do there. Um, we started off there and we visited the swings. There's a lot of hiking activity as well, Mount Batur. That was really challenging. It was a wonderful experience. I think we still need to actually create and upload that video for Ubud, and you'll see that will actually go live pretty soon as well. In terms of what to do in Ubud, there was a lot of shopping. I think those that really enjoy shopping will thoroughly enjoy that. It was also the cafe scene, especially for coffee, was really amazing. I think a lot of people go there because of the vibes that you experience in the coffee shops, and it's quite nice. We personally enjoyed it a lot. I would say, in terms of the top attractions, the monkey forest was really nice. I think we've also made a video about that. It was quite cheap to visit, but I think you really need to be very careful of your belongings when you go into the monkey forest because these creatures are so clever and intelligent, and they'll pretty much steal anything that's in your hands or backpack. So we had to go with the GoPro. Also left the backpack in the entrance of the monkey forest, and yeah, it was quite an experience. I think people also talk about going to Uluwatu, where the temple is, and those monkeys especially are quite aggressive, much more aggressive. But you kind of find the same thing in the wood monkey forest, which is quite nice. Then you go to, I think the monkey forest was one of the big things. Then we also did two swing tours. So we went to Alas Harum and Kretia. That's a really stunning destination. It's a lot for the Instagrammers and TikTokers. We have wonderful picturesque landscape where you can take a lot of photos and videos, and I think it's quite well priced, but it's very touristy. So if you do go, you really need to make an online booking very quickly and secure your dates. I think when we went, we booked at least 3 or 4 days before our trip. So when we went there, we were able to just access the attraction. It was quite nice. I think you'll see we also created that video where in the first part we show Gretchen and Alasarum, and it was really stunning. We did have a bit of a walk to a lot of attractions because it's a lot of uphill and downhill. It's quite steep because you're going from the top level, the road level, and then you're walking all the way down to the actual rice field. And then if you want to explore more of the swings and what you need to do a fair bit of walking. And of course, the because it's very touristy and probably the most famous swing attraction in Bali, you really end up waiting a lot for um, your opportunity to actually go onto the swing and they actually do quite a nice job with the videos. But I feel at times it can be a bit touristy. Then the one that we really enjoyed, and this was a recommendation by our tour guide, was Happy Swing Bali. It's not too well known, but you'll see it in the second part of our Bali swing video. Entrance was quite well priced. The attractions were I think not so busy, but you'll see, I think the views were more of a jungle landscape. So it was really stunning. It wasn't as curated, I would say, as Greater and Alasa Room, but I think the staff were truly amazing and it felt like a more personalized experience that made it very interesting. We had some really stunning shots. I think you'll see in our video the quality of the videos that the staff took for us were really stunning, and I think personally I enjoyed that. My wife as well, Zakia really enjoyed it as well. It was truly something amazing. Yeah, and I think if you're looking for a more personalized experience, Happy Spring Bali is a really wonderful place to visit. As opposed to Grecha, like I'm saying, Grecha is amazing, but definitely go and visit there. In terms of what else we would do around the boot, we went to Mount Batur. It was really fascinating. The hike itself, I think you need to really be fit for it. We had to wake up at, I think it was, we got picked up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Um, we really appreciate. Hi, Introducey. Thank you for joining. Appreciate the comment. So, yeah, I think as I was saying, we were at Mount Batur and we really enjoyed the hike there. You had to be really fit. So my wife couldn't do it, as you know, she was expecting at the time. So when I went with uh, my other siblings, we really enjoyed it. It's a very touristy thing, but I think a lot of people enjoy the hike because when you reach the top, you actually see the volcano coming through whilst the sun is rising, and it's really, really beautiful. It's truly, I would say, like a bucket list item. A lot of people go to Indonesia to go to Mount Bromo, but I think Mount Batur is really stunning in that regard. It's also not too badly priced. I think at the time, it was around 10 to 15 dollars, but we really got a good discount from our guide. As I mentioned, I'll just add the link in the videos in the description for you guys to see. Um, Yeah, and I think, but before you go, please just make sure you are really fit. What in terms of like the areas to visit in Bali, I think most people go for the beaches, as we mentioned. So I would say go to we started first in Seminyak. It's really a upper scale place. The beaches there and the beach clubs are really stunning. You have Um, Potato Head, we've also created a video there. I think that's sitting almost on 10,000 views. It's one of the most popular videos where we give you a full walkthrough with all the vibes, and it's really stunning. Um, it's it. I think it was you pay for hiring a seat or like a bed next to the pool, and it's yours for the day. I think there's a minimum spend that gets charged for you, and that makes it a lot more easier. To enjoy the facilities, and I think the staff are not pushy. They were really friendly. The facilities itself, I think you can go with kids. It's very child friendly. We personally enjoyed it a lot. I think the food was also really, really good. You'll see it's catered to a lot for an Indonesian taste buds, but also there's a lot of catering done for a lot of the global audience that visitors that do come to the Potato Head. There's also a lovely hotel there, so if you're really looking for a luxurious experience, Potato Head is the place to be. We also went to Atlas Beach Club. That was quite really a funky and vibey place, but I think they're a bit more stricter there. And the minimum spend to get a seat, sometimes you're sitting on like a bar stool and you can't just really leave your seat. So they're a bit more stricter, whilst at Potato Head it's really a bit more relaxed. But I think the vibes, the pools, Atlas is really for a lot of people who are maybe it's not our scene, but it's more for people that really like a really fun party atmosphere there. Um, we did enjoy Atlas. I think Atlas, they say, is the world's biggest beach club. That's really amazing. Hi, Prakash. Thanks, Duduzi again. No worries. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to discuss that. For now, Atlas also had all these beach clubs in Bali seem to have a minimum spend. So if you go in, you access these beach clubs. You can there's also like VIP section, so the more you pay, the better the experience. But I must add, like the entrance fee for this does include access to drinks and food, so that's very important. I think you guys will really enjoy that. Those are the nice beaches. Canggu is also really nice. You'll see the beach is like a volcanic ash, so a lot of it's more like a black sand. It's really nice. Um, it also has a lot of cafes. There's also a lot of a beach party scene there, so it's really nice to visit. The cafes, I think, are unparalleled. I think it's a step ahead of Seminyak, so definitely go and visit that. In Seminyak itself, I mentioned there's quite a few lovely places. We also do have a lot more videos on the different cafes we've experienced that will be coming soon. We also went to Kuta. Kuta, I think, had the best sunsets. You'll see in my latest Bali Beach video that we did. That was, I think, the best sunset we've seen in Bali. Truly golden, and I think the crowds there also come through there in quite a bit of numbers. So you'll see that it's very popular, probably the most popular sunset spot along with Uluwatu. Kuta is a lot, would be very that the traffic there, sometimes you can sit up to 30 minutes to an hour in traffic just to go like maybe 2 or 3 kilometers. So keep that in mind. So always plan your trip when you go there. But the shopping is quite nice and cheap. Um, we also went to Jimbaran for sunset. You'll see we did, I think, a live video there where the sunsets were amazing, the seafood and the vibe. I think we had a lot of Indonesian people. There was a school bus there. Um, Lots of students, a lot of locals, a lot of people from Bali and international guests. It was really amazing. Um, we also then went to so definitely try out that place we went to, Das Kampung Seafood. I think it's the most highly rated restaurant in Jimbaran. And it's just underneath the Kuta and just a few minutes from the airport. It's really stunning. Uluwatu was amazing. I think that was probably the best watercolor in Bali and some of the best beaches because um, it's a really turquoise, stunning water. The water is a bit calm. It's really nice to swim. So if surfing isn't your thing and you'd more prefer like a lovely beach vibe scene, Uluwatu is definitely the place to be. There's also like a movie night place. I'll post a link there. I think it's called Sunday's Beach Club. That's really stunning. We wanted to go there. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance because the time was really short. It was really amazing. But I think overall, in terms of if I had to rate the beach clubs, I think Seminyak had a lot more. The scene was nice. You'll see the colorful umbrellas. It's very stunning. So yeah, I think if you have guys have any other questions on Bali, please feel free to share that with us in the chat, or even comment on any of the videos we've shared on Bali, and we'll be happy to give you the latest information there. One of the destinations we enjoyed the most was Bangkok in Thailand. Um, Absolutely stunning, really modern. I think Bangkok often gets a reputation for being more of a different vibe. It's not for everyone, but I think we went with our young toddler and we really enjoyed it. It felt very safe at all times. It was really amazing. Um, you'll see actually stayed at the Berkeley Hotel in Pratunam. Pratunam is an area that has both like shopping and it's very modern. It's away from all I would say like the bigger attractions, but it's just like a short taxi drive. We used Bolt. Um, I think we used mostly Bolt to book our taxis. There was also the BTS. So the BTS is basically the sky train that you see in Bangkok. That actually is very cheap to use. You can get a rebate card. That was very helpful. Basically, you need your passport when you before you actually buy the ticket, and then they issue that, and it's very cheap and easy to refill that. Um, and we mostly use that to go. But obviously, as you know, with the toddler, we had to take our uh, traveling pram and our stroller. So we went. We had to use mostly the taxis and go everywhere. It was really amazing. Um, Yeah, again, Bangkok is really cheap for shopping. You really find some amazing outfits, a lot of things. I think for both men, for women, for kids, it's really a place that I would say is cheaper than, like, say Turkey. I don't know in terms of quality. You might need to like really go deep into a market. As you know, bargaining is such a big thing in all these areas. Let us know in the comments whether you've shopped in Bangkok, what was your experience, if there's any nice areas that you feel that we may have missed. Um, in terms of like the attractions, it has a lot of there's always new things coming up. We watch this very famous YouTuber called Bangkok Expat. He posts videos like every 3 days, and we used a lot of his recommendations. And I think when we went there, it was like some wonderful things. Like even there was a popland. I think I don't know if many of you like Labubu. It was a big craze. Probably still is a big craze. We created a video of the popland that was in Bangkok. It was massive. And it, of course, they sell the bubus for one third of the price. It's amazing. We pay almost like 900 to 1,000 rand, which is about um, $50 in South Africa. So yeah, big difference. I think I paid about 300 rand for that, which is about $15. Really cheap, one third of the price, technically. Especially the little one, he enjoyed it. There's a lot of amazing light shows, the fireworks. When we went to Icon CM, we took a boat ride, a ferry ride, and it was really cheap. Um, that cost us. I think we went from the place with the Ferris wheel. It's going to be coming up. It's where the new Jurassic World is in Bangkok. It's one of the biggest Jurassic worlds. Really stunning. It's the Asiatic waterfront. Really beautiful place. Um, we went from there, and the ride took about 15 minutes. It was really bumpy. Weirdly enough, the Chao Phraya River, Bangkok, is actually quite a busy river. We It worked out a lot more cheaper, and obviously does a lot quicker than the taxis. As you know, Bangkok's traffic is crazy, absolutely crazy, worse than Bali's, I believe. And I've seen it for ourselves. When we got to Icon CM, I mean, that's absolutely stunning. I think it's probably even better than Dubai's shopping centers. And they're not just shopping centers. I think this is very important. I know a lot of people travel to see natural beauty, to see maybe some modern attractions that you wouldn't just find in your country. Um, this is what we saw. Um, so when we got to Icon CM, it's basically a lot of the modern shopping, but it's also beautiful. I think when you go towards the sunset time, you'll see how the whole place lights up, the different buildings, the boats on the Chao Phraya River. It gives you such an amazing view. I think we'll share this in one of our upcoming videos around Icon CM and the trip we took. There's also like a fireworks showing at the rooftop of Icon CM, and you just get to see Bangkok's amazing, well-built skyline. It's really stunning. Um, we were very pleasantly surprised. We really liked it. I think the little one also just enjoyed the fireworks show, and I think it's really up there with one of the best fireworks shows. I know people often go for New Year's Eve to watch the fireworks, but this happens, I think, every evening. There's a certain time, I'm not too sure. If you know the answer to it, you're more than welcome to post it in the comments. We also went to, there was a lot of, so sometimes when you go to a big city, you always wondering, will you be stuck just in traffic? But you'll see in Bangkok, there's a lot of green spaces and parks. We went to Sit Central Park. It was one of the newer malls. So basically, it also has an outdoor section where it has a walkway with the park. And the little one really enjoyed it. We loved it ourselves. You could just see the skyline, the sky train. Again, this video will be coming again. This like I said, there's so much content that we want to post. There was also another like a very touristy attraction. It was called Akaraskai Hanuman. That was nice. You'll see it's like a lighting show. It's very interactive, virtual. You get to see the views of the skyline. Um, you'll see that video will really amaze you. in terms of like luxury cafes, we also went to Cafe Dio in Bangkok. It was our wedding anniversary, so that video is also up. That went live, I think, about 2 weeks ago. It was stunning. Um, quite well priced when you compare it to like the Cafe Dio in Paris and that, but still the quality was like Michelin starred. Really, really stunning. I think even if you you love luxury, you really enjoy that. Or if you want to do something special for your special someone in your life, it's really amazing. You're more than welcome to go and try that. Again, Bangkok has really some amazing things, and there is a lot more content coming up from our side. Um, Zanzibar. Zanzibar, we went, I believe it was last year, June. It was winter time in South Africa. We went to the Reef and Beach Resort. You'll see that video has over 9,000 views. It really grew nicely. Um, because we couldn't do too much for the 4-month old at that time, we decided um, stay at the resort was nice, would be a lot better. It was a full board, so we had meals provided to us at all times. Really family friendly place, and I think it's growing in popularity. It's probably one of the most searched resorts in Zanzibar. Zanzibar, I must say, when you get there, the airport is quite nice and efficient, but the roads to get to the resorts could be an issue. We had to sometimes take like an hour and a half trip to Jambiani because the roads were in a terrible condition. And unfortunately, that's what you expect when you go. I mean, we're very fortunate in South Africa that we have some of the best highways, but especially in Zanzibar, and that it's a bit of a different story. But I mean, it shouldn't put you off. If you just bear in mind, um, things are but quite expensive in Zanzibar. It's not so it's visited by a lot of people, but I think people really charge a lot there. So you need to just often, I think, barter and negotiate prices. So what you see there is advertised maybe like by the tour operator. Just go and maybe speak to them, and you might just be surprised. We did that, and we actually got a Stone Town tour. We've also uploaded the Stone Town tour from us. I think that video is slowly growing nicely. I would definitely say Stone Town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so definitely a must visit. Uh, we really enjoyed that a lot. I think there was the Anglican Church, the slavery. I think slavery played a big part in Zanzibar's history, so definitely worth seeing all that. We wish we had more time. I think we only had a half-day tour. If you do go, I think maybe a full day. Try to also see the evening because there's a lot of markets there around the port area. It's really nice. There's also the world famous Freddie Mercury house. I think people really enjoy the Freddie Mercury because it's more of a museum. It's where the legendary Freddie Mercury grew up. I think a lot of people don't know that, but when you go to the Freddie Mercury house, it's really quite iconic to see someone um, that's come from Zanzibar. But I think the Spice Island is really amazing. A lot of people do farm spice tours. They call it the Island of Spice. So um, you really find some amazing spices that you wouldn't just find back home. The quality is good. I definitely would recommend that. Um, yeah, so if you have any questions, especially those watching later, also please pop it in the chat. We're more than welcome we will be very happy to answer that for you. Um, and then one other big destination we wanted to talk about was Mauritius. What we basically tried to do is we did put the airport walkthrough, so those who visit will be able to see what the airport is like. It's one of Africa's most modern airports, but I think immigration is a bit slow there. So I think we need to go be patient, but it's worth it because once you step into Mauritius, it's beautiful. I think some of the best beaches in Africa and the world. As you know, Mauritius is one of the most popular beach destinations, and we've uploaded, I think, numerous videos on the beaches. There's still a few more that we need to upload. I think we stayed in the Be Cozy Apart Hotel, which is more like a self-catering. It was really nice. Um, so just have a look at those videos. Then there's also, I would say, the seven colored sands in Chamarel. That's really beautiful. You see these, you actually, it depends on the time of day that you go to Chamarel, where maybe like in midday, you wouldn't just necessarily see all the shades or colors of the sand, but if you time it well, you probably stay like between an hour or so. You'll see the different. If you walk around the Chamarel geological area, you'll see the different color of the sands. There's also the waterfall there. That's so stunning. There's different viewpoints. Those that love to go hiking, I think that's really amazing. You'll enjoy it. A lot of people often go to Mauritius and they just stay in a resort, and I feel it's nice, but you need to often sometimes go out, explore. Mauritius has so much to see. We definitely visited a lot of the beaches. You'll see how in our beach video that we went to a lot of these places. Um, Go and try and visit and see as much as you can. I know Throw Beach and Lamon were really, really stunning, and we would definitely visit the next time we go. And I think um, if you go to a lot of the places, there's a lot of you'll find wonderful. The variety of food is amazing as well. I mean, it's French inspired. A lot of the Creole people. Port Louis is also nice. A lot of modern architecture and shopping malls coming up there. Also, the shopping is quite good in Port Louis, so definitely go and visit there. Um, that covers pretty much what I wanted. I think, like I mentioned, we did this live stream so that we could tell you about our latest achievements and also to connect with you as our really valued subscribers. Um, we also wanted to see whether this live Q&A would work, but I mean, we did this as to just see whether this would work or not. I think if you really liked it, please comment and let us know if this was helpful for you. We'd also like to maybe create like maybe individual sessions. So if you want to us to deep dive into more of the destinations that we have been to or will go to in future, let us know and we can set this up. Also, uh, if you can, please also buy like a super thanks if the video is being very helpful. I know a lot of people go to YouTube to plan videos, and our idea is to at least try and help people to answer your questions, try to show you what a place would look like via cinematic footage. We also offer now membership. So if you do really, really enjoy our content and want to connect to us on a more personal level, we can show you like behind the scenes footage, videos, give you travel guides if you do purchase the membership. So obviously we just start with it now. So as we do get the opportunity, we'll continue to add more and more perks to that. Um, yeah, so I mean, once again, if you're watching this live or later, please put in your questions in the chat and we'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Remember, we a small channel, as I mentioned, and we are trying to grow a lot. Um, we really appreciate everyone's interaction. So please always feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. It always helps us. We're always up against some really big channels, but we try to give you the best we can. So yeah, if you can support us with all of the memberships, we really appreciate it. Uh, Hi Darian. Nice. Thank you for saying hi as well. So once again, thanks everyone. If you still have any questions, please feel free. I think we still have a few minutes, but for now, I just want to thank you all once again for joining. Um, we so we really are grateful to have so many uh, wonderful people from around the world who watch our channel and support us. Like I mentioned earlier, my wife is camera shy, so she wouldn't just be in this. And we are mostly a faceless channel, but we want to make sure that we um, are personal with everyone and try to comment. So if you really enjoy this, thank you for joining. I personally enjoyed this. I think um, again, if we feel like we should need to do more live Q&As, or that please join our memberships and we'll also set this up. Yeah, and once again, thank you, and we appreciate you helping our small channel to grow. um, so much. So if there's not any more questions, I'm happy to close the session and we'll chat again. Thank you so much.